I've often told my students that if you can sail away from the dock down this narrow channel with the current or against the current, with the fluky winds or without, and you can get out into the bay, turn around, sail back into the channel, and dock your boat, you've learned the basics of beginning sailing. You're going to be running, you'll be jibing, you'll be reaching, you'll probably be sailing backwards at some point. But once you get out into the bay, the rest of it's easy. Coming back can be pretty intimidating, especially if you're new to sailing. Who am I kidding? It's intimidating if you've been sailing for decades. When you approach a hard object that's not movable and you're in a glass boat without brakes, life can get interesting really quick. But when you can dock without any further ado, that's a feeling of great accomplishment, and that's why a lot of us like sailing. An essential skill in sailing is knowing how to read the wind. You have to be able to see it as well as feel it. Watch the boat with the jib. See how he's coming around behind, just as he should. Now here comes the wind. You see it coming? Watch. You can start to see it in the water a little bit, and there's the gust right there. In a moment, the boat with the jib will shoot ahead with more speed, but just as importantly, he'll be able to point closer to the wind. Right there. You can see why that's important. He was headed right for the concrete jetty. That gust of wind got him past it. And then he comes in for a mock docking, which is the main part of the lesson this time. Well done, guys. But sailing has a little quirk to it sometimes. Just because you do something right once, it'll come back to haunt you. After leaving the dock, they find the wall. It's not a big deal. Happens to everybody. Not all your days on the water are going to be fun. There may be a problem occur. Maybe like a concrete seawall right in front of you. All it takes is a little unfortunate puff of wind or lack of same, and you're against it. In this case, they did it right. He hit it with the bow. That's the strongest part of the boat. Of course, the wind's going to catch you and blow you downwind for a ways. The crew pulls out a paddle right away, manages to push away from the wall. Now you notice the captain is steering backwards. That's another essential skill you need to have if you're going to be sailing a boat. Now it's possible if he had the jib up right now, the wind would catch the jib and pull him around quicker. But it doesn't matter because now you see the wind is in the main. Wow, looks like it was in the main. There we go. You just have to get a little bit off the wind, and these boats will take right off. Now he could have chosen just to run downwind, but instead he actually tacked, which is what he was intending to do in the first place, and they're off. It's one of the nice things about going to a sailing school. It's not your boat that you run into the wall. If you're looking for a definition of leeway, you need look no further. Much has been said about what constitutes the perfect sailboat. Some of it has to do with use. Some people really do sail around the world. We know of a few. But most people are going to day sail. You might spend a week out, but most likely you're going to do something like this. And more than a few of you will likely chase each other around triangles. The best boat you can have is the one that gets you on the water now. Enjoy the day. This is what sailing's all about. It's been said you should go small and go now. That's exactly right. Don't spend the next 5 years of your life rebuilding a boat for the future. Probably going to be a small boat. These are only 16 feet long, but for the amount of fun you have, they're worth it. You can always get a bigger boat later if that's what you really want to do. Small boats rock.